Well, what if I told you 313 people died inside a single building and not a single person was held accountable? And what if just days after the final death, every nun inside that convent vanished, as if they were never there at all? No witnesses, no investigation, just silence, and a locked journal that was never meant to be found. In the quiet hills of upstate New York, there once stood a convent, peaceful, isolated, and sacred. But behind its stained glass windows, something unholy was happening. Between 1904 and 1918, hundreds of lives ended inside those stone walls. Then, just days after the final death, every single nun vanished, leaving behind whispers, warnings, and a trail of questions that remain unanswered even today. St. Maro's Convent was never meant to stand out. Built on a fog-covered hill, it was quiet, closed off, and feared. Locals said the bells rang at midnight, but no one ever saw who rang them. They said voices sang in the woods, always off-key, always distant. They said the sisters inside took a vow of silence, but still screams could be heard echoing through the trees. And yet, no one asked questions. Either, because people who asked didn't always come back with answers. Scene 2, 313. Between 1904 and 1918, 313 people died inside the convent. Isha said, that's not a legend. That's a number carved into the cracked stone behind the chapel. Ikal by one grave marker for hundreds of forgotten souls. Children, women, visitors, gone. No cause of death recorded, no official inquiry, just whispers of God's will and unmarked graves. Families stopped sending their children, tradesmen stopped knocking, and still the bells kept ringing. Jalmaki, April 2nd, 1918. So a delivery boy arrived with food, bread, milk, salted pork. No, he knocked once. All, no answer. No, he knocked again. Still nothing. So he opened the door and stepped into the last day of St. Maro's. Every chair was tucked in, every bed made, the fireplace still warm, but every nun was gone. Not a single person inside. No notes, no sign of escape. Man, just a cold smell like damp earth and something older. The convent remained untouched for over 50 years, until 1972, when a construction crew entered the chapel. Inside Yaivan, beneath a cracked floorboard, they found an iron box. Yay, inside it, a journal written by a nun named Sister Beatrice. One entry read, the others no longer sleep. They stand at the foot of my bed, eyes closed, whispering words I cannot understand. Another, I tried to leave last night. The hallway was different, longer, breathing. And the final page. The bells will not ring tomorrow. We have been called. After that journal was found, the church sealed the site. No further digging, no questions. Wow. The Vatican declined to comment. The only sign that remains is nailed to the rusted fence. Do not disturb the ground. So we ask, who or what called the sisters away? Why did 313 people die without a single witness? And what happens? If the gate Sister Beatrice wrote about ever opens again, so many questions, so few answers. Locals say the bells still ring on windless nights. even though the tower collapsed decades ago. Yatwal. Some say the number 314 appears, drawn in condensation on the chapel windows, from the inside. Was it a cult, a cover-up, or something much darker, hiding behind holy walls? Whatever happened on that hill was meant to stay buried. And somehow, it's still breathing. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.